Back in December of last year, we were shown some incredible images of what was going to be our Transformers Masterpiece MP-49 Black Convoy, a repaint of, no surprise, Convoy 3.0, 35th Anniversary Convoy, whatever you want to call them, our brand new Optimus Prime Masterpiece mold. Now, we knew that this one wasn't going to come with a trailer. It was going to come just with a properly colored Energon axe for his color scheme, a blast effect for his Ion Blaster, of course his Ion Blaster 2, and a different colored matrix to match this version. We had a nice extensive photo shoot, a nice little battle, but we didn't have a lot of information. Now we have all the information, and including the box and how it's going to look, release dates, and everything of that. So, according to Amazon Japan and the Takara PR Twitter account, we now have a yen price of 22,000 yen, which comes to about, with exchange right now, just a little bit over $200 USD currency, so 202 if you want to be exact. And the expected release date is going to be July 25th, 2020. So it's actually very soon. It's coming up very quickly. That being said, there's still some interesting stuff to talk about here in terms of what is happening on the packaging here. And it mentions that he is a Destron Unicronian Herald as his function and designation. Now, this is something that the Black Convoy character has played with in the past, back and forth of its origin. 99.9% of the time, a Black Convoy Evil Optimus Prime is usually a Megatron, G1 Megatron / Shockwave clone creation. And that's that. It's always just straight up that. When we had MP-10B, which was the black repaint of MP-10 Convoy back in the day, that was the first time they played with the idea that it was a clone created by Unicron. And he had, at that time, like his function was Star Emperor Ambassador, so like the ambassador of Unicron, I guess. And his quote, instead of it being like freedom is the right of all sentient beings, it was demise is the destiny of all life forms. Kind of a twist on his original saying there. And, you know, his bio read, a clone of Convoy created by Unicron. A formidable fighting force, destruction is the urge arising from the depths of its being. Launches attacks through its cosmos against Transformers and makes no distinction between Cybertron and Destron. His destructive power on the battleground is dedicated to his resurrection of his lord. I guess this is saying this is after Transformers, the movie where Unicron was killed. He follows the will of Unicron, a personification of evil. So that's kind of one of the first times that the idea of Black Convoy being tied to Unicron instead of just being a Decepticon clone creation. The only other time it happened, and it was just lightly touched on, it was never really like written in fiction, it was just something one of the copywriters at Hasbro back in the day, Forrest Lee, who's also in charge of trademarking and stuff, he played with the idea that the San Diego Comic-Con black repaint of Alternator's Optimus Prime, which was called Nemesis Prime, that his spark came from Dr. Arkeville tapping into Unicron's energy or something. I remember he mentioned that a while back. So that was kind of like the unofficial first time, really, that the idea of a black repaint Optimus Prime came from Unicronian origins. But MP-10 kind of solidified that, and now that tradition continues with MP-49 Black Convoy. So this is really cool stuff. And again, because he doesn't come with the trailer, he's significantly cheaper. So for people who are interested, this will be available on Amazon and other distributors very shortly. Again, for more information, check out the Takara Transformers or TF_PR Twitter account with more information, pre-orders, and all of that to enjoy our hobby.